That was incredible. I will never forget that. See, that was at the Super Bowl this year.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
And my son called me. He was over at a friend's house. He said, Dad, please tell me you saw that. I said, yeah, I saw it. He said, I saw it. He said, can you believe that, Dad? I said, no, I'm sitting here crying. I was blown. I was sitting there in tears. Yeah. And my son doesn't get excited easily.
Right.
Not unless it's Cool Mo D or something.
When they're walking out with the baby bottle?
Yeah.
He don't get excited.
Now I got to have an in on that, right? The baby bottle count.
You should never told that story.
Well, my son is taking to walking around with the baby bottle dangling from his mouth.
But tell him how
cool thing
big he is with a baby bottle.
Yeah, it looks kind of funny when you're 6'4", 275 pounds, with size 15 shoe to have a baby bottle dangling from your lips.
Right.
Like, what's next, boy? What do you want to do now? Like, who decided that was cool?
Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav. Yeah. Oh, you want Flav?
That's right.
I'm telling you, it's just so funny, though.
Yeah.
I guess, I say, if nothing else, I know that in years to come, he will have this one thing to look back in his life and laugh. Because he's not going to believe
will be able to remind him.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when he was walking around that big bottle in your mouth?
My sister won't even go out with me. She's like, no.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I would go either.
But back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You were crying.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was intense.
You just, what was it that made you lose it like that?
You know what? To be really honest with you, I'm going to the Super Bowl to sing the national anthem, and that's all I dealt with. Up until the very moment I stepped on the podium and I looked out amongst the people, and their faces, you know, I saw, you know, parents of young men and women who were over there in the Gulf, and it just tripped me out, you know. It just really, it made me say, okay, this is for them, you know, this is going to be theirs, you know. Because I really had no idea, and it was fear, it was hope that people were crying, you know, people were praying. It was really a very, very special and intense moment for everybody. I think everybody at that one moment felt what we were going through at that time. You know, you never realized it before, you knew it then.
Right.
You knew it then.
I agree. I think it collectively.
Because I know I didn't. I really didn't know.
You were just singing the national anthem, and that was it. And then it took on, during the course of singing the song.
Yeah. But that usually happens when you're performing, and you're performing for people, and you look at them, and you can see in their faces and their eyes, you know, you know what they're feeling, you know, inside, you know. People cry, you know. It was really emotional.
So it brings a whole different energy from you then.
Yeah.
Now that song, with all the hits that you've had, that's probably the biggest thing that you've done in your career, isn't it?
Can you believe that? Isn't that something? Yeah.
And Clive didn't discover that song.
No, he didn't. He didn't get that one.
He's been around a while, but he didn't find out.
No.
What about the night you did the live broadcast? You did the show live, welcoming troops back home.
Oh, that
How did that compare to this particular moment?
That was different because it was the actual people who had served in Desert Storm, you know, come back. And I'm telling you, they were hyped. They couldn't sit down. They couldn't stop screaming. I mean, people were crying again, you know. And that was a moment of relief, you know, as opposed to, I went through the moment of being very intense, you know, and to the moment of actual, it's over, you know. It's actually, we can relax a little better now, you know. And you could see it in the young men and women. They were partying hard. They were having a good time. And that's what it was all about for them.
You know, with all that has happened to you in your career, Whitney, I mean, you're large, you know what I'm saying?
Boys in the hood.
But when you look back, I mean, this has to blow your mind to think that, I mean, 50 years from now, when they talk about that war, we will be looking at you singing the national anthem, you know, or the concert walking, we'll be looking at footage of that. You know, and do you think about that sometimes? I mean, how much a part of history?
You know what, Donnie, I didn't think about it till you just said it. To be very honest with you, the first thing I thought about was my children singing my grandchildren sing it. You know, it'll be something that they'll have to look at 30 years, 40 years from now and say, that's my grandma. You know, if I'm not here to tell it, they can have it, you know.
Because it was, I mean, that was a very emotional moment for the country.
Yes.
It really was,
Yes.
especially at the Super Bowl.
Yes. Yes, is what I'm saying. When I got up there, I looked out and I looked at people, and they were like, I'm telling you, the expressions in their faces. I mean, some were, like I said, some were crying, some were like this, and some people were, you know, had the names of their children, you know, on flags and stuff. It was really something.
Well, thanks for a special moment.
You're welcome.
I never dreamt in my wildest dreams I'd be sitting at the beginning of a Super Bowl
Crying.